Good morning, everybody. Orin J here with another War of the Visions video, and this week in War of the Visions we are not getting a new unit, which feels like an aberration of late. We've gotten so many new units in this game, we don't have one coming out this week. But don't you worry, we do have plenty of new stuff coming into the game and a lot of upgrades for old units and old pieces of gear. We're going to talk about all of that right here and really take a hard look at these like job specific rainbow type vision cards and why there is so much potential behind them. And that's where I want to start. I do want to start with the new vision cards coming out this week. We have 3 of them. 2 of them you would have to pull for. One of them is free from the raid that's coming out, and it's really good too. So let's start with this one though. A formidable enemy appears. This is a rainbow job-based vision card like you can see on the screen. You'll have to pull for this if you want it, and we don't know what the banners look like yet, but check out the stat lines on this card. I want to show you why I keep talking about the potential of a card like this. Look at the party effect. Yes, it is limited to only these jobs, but if you meet those requirements, you are getting 24% slash resist, 28 magic attack up, and 15 agility. Sure, it's going to be hard for some of the more like physical based units on here to take advantage of this magic attack up 28, and it might make you feel like you are wasting that buff, like you're wasting that party effect if you're building a team that can use this, but you have some physical teams in there. Actually, you're not. The 24% slash resist and the agility 15 are as good or better than a normal rainbow card, like their counterpart that's just a normal rainbow card. For example, Scions of House Bulov, and I should have picked one whose name I could have said better. I think I did okay. Rams's card has rainbow agility 15%. Now, if you can mix this into a mono light team, you can also get slash tech up 35. But the standard like big agility buff for a rainbow card is 15%. You get that on this card. So that's fantastic. This can replace like the Ramza card or the Black Rose Helena card. You're also getting slash resist 24. If you look at Horn's First Division, which is the rainbow slash resist card, it's just 20. So there's actually more slash resistance on the new job-based card than there is on the generic rainbow card. So even if you are unable to take advantage of all 3 of these amazing buffs, because maybe you're running this on Zoma with like Archer and Strike unit, well, that Archer and Strike unit, even if they are physical, are still getting better than rainbow buff there and on par rainbow group buff there. I hope that makes sense. I think I made that as clear as I wanted to. That's where these cards, like someday these cards are going to really start creeping in, being staples in really powerful teams. So that's why I personally am going to pull for this one. If you are somebody who is still focused on mono element and that's where you want to be right now, I totally get it. Like, you can definitely pass on these if you want to, but this is a limited card. If the banners are good at all, and you think that like this is stuff you want, I'd pick it up. Agility is always nice. Okay, next up. Here's the free card. The Encounter of Sunlight Flittering Through the Trees is what it's called in JP. This again, really good. Human Killer 30 with physical attacks, mixed with Magic Resist 16 and Strike Resist 20. Once again, Strike Resist 20, this would be as good as like a rainbow card Strike Resist buff, but I don't even know that we like... Wait, do we have a rainbow Strike Resist card buffing? I don't think we actually do. So here you go. Here's access to some Strike Resist. Human Killer 30 is fantastic, and Magic Resistance 16 is almost as good as like Fenrir. So a very, very powerful card, especially since it's free to get and build just from the raid. I would highly suggest everyone go ahead and farm this thing out, right? Beat that level 5 rare boss, get yourself this card, and do it. Then we have an elemental card coming out this week. This is Pissarro's card. It is extremely important for him in particular. Before we even look at like what this card does, I want to go back to the game real quick, and I want to show you that like these cards in global, like Zoma and Slime for the first card we looked at, are getting accuracy and agility up, and then for Pissarro's card, he and the Slime are getting attack and luck up. When you're talking about an evasion unit, which Pissarro is, there are 3 stats that you must lean all into if you're running an evasion team. You need evasion, obviously, agility, and luck. You want to just pump those stats as big as you can. So getting more luck here is a very, very good global upgrade for him. Now, if we look back at the card, it also has He's going to love this card. If you're going to play Pissarro, if you're building up towards that future Yuffie Fire Evade team, this card is a must pull for you. If Fire is in your future, this card is for you right now. I hope the banners are, I hope there's just some really good banners. I would just like to see something besides the standard banners right here. I don't think we'll get that because I think we've got about ready for the TikTok collab coming, and I bet you we get some special banners there. That's my feel on that. I have no insider info there, but that's what I think. So very, very good card for our boy Pissarro. Evasion on it, luck, agility, and HP. It's everything he wants. Like I said, if you're pulling Yuffie later, you're playing Fire Evade, you need this card right now. Okay, that's it for the new Vision cards coming out. Let's go ahead and look at the Master Ability 2s we're getting this week. We'll start with Luartha. Now, ignore the Dream upgrade. That's Master Ability 3. She'll be getting that fairly soon for us. We have not started Dream upgrading people, but Luartha is one of the early ones, so don't pay attention to this yet. But her Master Ability right now in Global is just Attack 10%, Ice Killer 15. Not the best. It does help her do damage, so it's not the worst, but it's not the best. She will pick up the HP and fire attack buff for her group. The 10% attack goes to 30. I like that. Ice Killer 15 stays the same. That's great. And she will drop her AP consumption by 20. A very good master ability that just helps somebody who is a damage dealer deal more damage. She will get a little bit more survivability later when she picks up 15 AoE resist from her Dream ability upgrade, but that's months away for us. If you're a Luartha fan, she's getting a nice buff this week from her master ability 2. Velric, talk about an underused unit in this game. Velric is widely considered just a PvE chainer. He's not terrible in PvP. His master ability also previously wasn't bad. He already had the HP and attack buff for his group with 25 defense pin. His 25 defense pin goes to 40, love that buff, and he picks up 25 slash attack resistance penetration. This will really help him do damage. Will it help him not get wombo combo down by AoE attacks? No, it won't. He's not going to become meta ice just from this master ability too, but I do like it. If you are a Velric fan, and that, by the way, guys, always keep in mind, play units that you enjoy playing. That is the best way to play this game. And if you're somebody who loves playing your Velric, he's going to do more damage Wednesday than he ever has before, and that is pretty nice. He's also a guy you can pick up for his TMR that has a bravery buff on it for auto-raising bravery in your groups. Something to keep in mind for Velric. Okay, Lemure. Here's an actual meta unit in the game, getting her master ability too, and it's pretty good. Previously, she gave herself 10 AoE resist and the dark buff to her team. Now, she will give herself 20 AoE resist, which I really like because Lemure cannot die. You really don't want your support character dying, since she can't heal, she can't rehaste, all that stuff. So good, more AoE resist, 20% more HP, again, helps her not die, and she gets 30% missile resist if she has haste. A good Lemure team will always have her hasted within the first couple turns of the fight. That's her thing, AoE haste. So you're just gonna have a harder time killing her from max range with some barrage or big diamond shaped, missile AoE attack. I like these buffs for Lemure. It's not groundbreaking what she's getting, but she's already a pretty good meta unit. She's getting better. I dig it. Support's not dying. Think about if you play League of Legends, the best way to build Soraka in League of Legends is full tank. She already heals enough. Her buffs are fine. Just if she's dead, she's not healing anybody. Same thing with Lemure. That's what I think. Okay, Lilith. Talk about a unit who had an underwhelming master ability. Her previous master ability was 30% HP. Blah, that sucked. Now she will give her group 10% HP for fire allies and 25% slow resist. Not great. Her HP buff, though, goes to 50%. She gets 20% more attack, and she gets Finis resistance 50%. So she will resist 50% of damage from units that come from Finis. I have no idea of a list of those units off the top of my head. If somebody can provide that list in a YouTube comment, I will make a community post and I will pin the comment and all those things, because that'd be really interesting to know. Maybe there's some limited scenario later where some Finnish units are really prominent. I just, off the top of my head, there's no way I could just make that list happen. Should have prepared that today at work, I suppose. Anyway, that's that. Now, That is not all of the upgrades we're getting. We are getting a raid this week as well, and we are getting 2 old raid pieces of gear upgraded, the Defense Bracer and Soul of the Massa. I'm going to start with Defense Bracer. This is a really, really good upgrade, and it might not look like it at first. I had to search this one a little bit. So first of all, you're basically always going to build the defense version of this. It gets 2 more defense and about 12 more HP. Not bad, but not great. And then I went down here and I was like, these are the exact same buffs. Is that it? They really just gave this thing 2 defense and some HP? No, they gave it another turn of 25% missile resist. This piece of gear is really, really powerful for the first 3 turns in a fight right now, because 25 missile resist is a lot to get from an item. Now it has another turn. You get that 25% missile resist for 4 turns, which is a big deal. I think that is pretty impactful. This is already a piece of gear that is widely used in the game. Now it will just continue to be widely used. It's just better than it was before. I like it. Soul of the Massa. This is not a piece of gear that is used very much. You will often just build the magic or spirit version of this. The spirit version is getting a nice upgrade. Let's see. So the magic version is getting, what, 48 more magic. The spirit version only gains 1 more spirit. But if you go look at the effects, here's how it changes. So at +5, you got these first 3 right here, right? You got those first 3. Now at +6, you're going to get 10 more spirit. That means if you build the spirit version of this thing, it is now a 23 spirit piece of gear. That's good. That is a armor level amount of spirit on a piece of gear. I like that. It also comes, let me close those details. It also comes with magic resistance 8, so it's very effective against full magic teams with all that spirit and all that magic resist. Silence resist is whatever, and it has 10 magic attack resist penetration. It is in theory, a very powerful piece of gear. It's just still hard to work in because it might not be as good at mitigating damage as other pieces of like UR armor are, or it's not used for agility tuning. I still think it's going to be not the easiest thing to work into a build, but the spirit version offers a lot of survivability against mages, especially if they're not building any spirit penetration. But a lot of them do these days. So that's that. We are getting a new piece of gear from this raid as well, the ribbon. And this is not the old evade ribbon. This is the new evade ribbon. And let me tell you, for our guy Pissarro here, this thing combos with his sword incredibly well. If you're building this guy for evasion, I think you run ribbon, sword. Let me show you why. So the evade option, it has 20 evade in the stat line. I like that a lot. For Pissarro, Slime, and Zoma, you get human resistance 5%, which is hilarious because like they're monsters, or they're not human, and so they have human resist. LOL, that's great. But it also gives you 15 more evade, making this a 35 evasion piece of gear for Pissarro. That's great. That's really going to help you juice up that evasion stat. Also, it has 10 pierce and 10 strike resistance. I love it for Pissarro. I think it's great for him. If you're playing him evade, get this thing, build the dodge version. If you want to build this for other people, I think it then falls off a lot, but you could look into the defense version. 16 defense on an accessory is not bad with pierce and strike resistance, but only 10 pierce and strike resist. Still, that's something. 16, I really think this is his ribbon. You just get this thing for his evade. Now, why does it combo so well with this sword? Which, by the way, you can build that sword today if you want to. What are the 3 stats you want for evasion? You want evade, obviously, agility, and luck. What did you get from Moon Ribbon? Evade, okay, great. What can we get from this sword? We can get luck. So boom, there we go. A second evasion stat from his gear. You can go his sword plus the ribbon. You're getting 15% more evade here, as well as slash attack resistance penetration, AP consumption down, and slash attack up. For Pissarro, this sword is really good. In combination with this ribbon, he will be a very hard person to hit. He feels like what maybe a modern day evasion unit could be with all these stats. We'll see once we get everything equipped what his actual evasion, luck, and agility numbers look like. But when you combine his card, this ribbon, and his sword, this dude is going to be evading a lot. And then you still have that TMR slot open for you know, another buff or some more evasion, something like that. So there we go, guys. That's what's coming out this week in War of the Visions. Good luck on your polls. If you're polling, I will be live tomorrow doing my polls. See you there, and have a great afternoon. Peace.